Welcome to Trussville Today. I'm Brandon Dawkins. Well, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about what's coming up in Trussville. Everything from downtown gatherings to fresh baked bread.
All right, crew, let's get started. Sure.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
Welcome back to Trussville Today. I'm actually here at Great Harvest Bread Company with the owner, David Snyder. We wanted to bring you this today because we have so many new businesses opening in Trussville. We want to try to get around to some of them and give you an inside look. So again, today we're at Great Harvest Bread. David, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much for the opportunity to introduce ourselves, Brenna. We appreciate it.
I know a lot of people are anxious about this. So give us a little information. What is Great Harvest?
Great Harvest Bread Company is a franchise out of Dillon, Montana, that we fell in love with on a trip to Alaska and decided that we wanted to go ahead and bring a healthy alternative to the area in Trussville. And so they have over 230, I think, operating bakeries throughout the United States at this point. This will be the first in Alabama in quite a while.
That's very exciting. What kind of stuff are we going to be able to come in here and pick up?
Well, with Great Harvest, we mill our own wheat on the spot every single day, and we'll be making fresh breads. We're going to do the cafe, kind of a coffee shop type of model where we'll offer sandwiches and soups and salads and grain bowls, and again, we have an espresso machine and we'll make all sorts of coffees.
Well, it sounds great. Well, you're right here where Main Street Cafe used to be. You're right in the heart of downtown. So I'm going to ask you, why Trussville?
Well, when they came out to help us find a location, they took us to Homewood, they took us to Vestavia, they took us to Mountain Brook, all those areas. We put on Facebook where people thought we might go ahead and end up, and we got a good response from Trussville, and we live here, and we just really want to be a part of the community and offer a little bit more. So Trussville came to be the spot and the location because of the support that we received.
And I think that's great for people to know that you live here, your kids are in school here, and you wanted to invest in this community.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And we've had that opportunity already, sponsoring some 5Ks in the area. We sponsored the No Longer 5K. We've also sponsored the dog park at this point in time, and
that's great.
Helped out with the dog bags out there. And yeah, we just want to be a bigger part of the community and have that footprint here.
Well, my last question for you, I'm going to ask you what people ask me all the time. How much longer do they have to wait? I know people are excited.
It's kind of a running bet whether we'll open before Edgar's or not. But I have it on good authority. Buddy Choate stopped by, Mayor Choate, and told me they're opening in August. We should be open here toward the middle to end of June.
Okay, well that sounds great. Well, it's looking great. I know you've done a lot to this building. And again, Great Harvest Bread right here in the middle of downtown Trussville, opening in June. We'll be back after this. Trussville's local choice for real estate services is Brick Realty. Located in the heart of the city on Main Street, Brick Realty has been #1 in sales in Trussville during 2017. They've also been #1 in sales in the surrounding area, including Springville, Clay, and Pinson. For quality and knowledgeable agents, turn to Brick Realty. For more information, visit brickrealty.com. Well, welcome back to Trussville Today. I'm actually here at the Veterans Memorial in Civitan Park near the Greenway, and I'm here with Mayor Buddy Choate. And we've had a change here at the Veterans Memorial that I just noticed actually last week when I was here, and that you want to make people aware of.
Yeah, I do. This park is so popular now, especially this time of the year.
Yes.
We had our original monument that is here, and actually ran out of space and some of the names that wanted to be on there, so the city has contracted and had installed our new Wall of Honor, as we call it, for those that have served our country. As you can see, we got several names already on here. We still have space available. on the existing monument.
Right.
But some of the branches are already full, so that's why we came over here and wanted to give everybody an opportunity to participate. If they'll go to City Hall or go online, it's $150, and we'll be glad to put the names here for them.
And it really is a great community thing. My kids love coming out here and seeing my dad's name and my husband's grandfather's name, and I think people just really appreciate it.
Well, they do, and I think it's become even more evident now as people have come this time of the year to be able to park and walk, and now they see it, and maybe the light has come on to say, oh yeah, I meant to honor someone in my family, and now they have an opportunity to.
And again, just go to City Hall and get that paperwork, and they'll walk you through that process.
Sure, it's $150.
The other thing we wanted to talk about is, you know, it's finally warming up. There's a lot on the horizon for Trussville as far as fun this summer. So kind of tell people about some events coming up.
Yeah, I'd love to. We're coming into a busy time of the year for the city with events planned and everything. We've had a lot of runs already around town. But coming up soon, we have the state track meet for Parks and Recreation. We're hosting again at our stadium. April the 28th is the annual shrimp boil. That'll be behind that's behind the Civic Center. That's a great event that promotes activities and things for kids, but it's a great time for the community to come together. And then we start our summer downtown block parties. We'll have the first one will be the second Saturday in May, and every second Saturday through the summer, a total of 5, they will have a downtown block party theme. Our Downtown Merchants Association is really working hard to make that a success.
And they really started that last year, and it was really popular. It was fun.
It was very popular. There are some things this year that they're doing a little bit differently because some of the construction that's going on downtown, but I think overall it's going to be a great time for everybody in Trussville to come out and support those merchants.
And we also have City Fest coming up, but we've got Dan Poole from the Chamber coming on the show a little bit later to tell us about everything that's happening at City Fest this year.
Yeah,
too.
Great event for our city, and it really kind of showcases what we do out here as a community, and I'm looking forward to that as well.
Well, Buddy, thanks for being with us for this update today. I know people always appreciate getting this little extra notice of what's going on, and we've got more coming up after this. Well, welcome back again to Trussville Today. I'm here now with Councilman Jeff Freeman. Thanks for being with me, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
You know, unless you really follow the city council, I think a lot of people don't always realize what other roles you gentlemen and sometimes women serve in besides showing up at city meetings several times a month. And all of y'all are liaisons to different boards and committees to help keep the city running. And you are actually on planning and zoning, design review, and school board. And so let's tell people a little bit about that. Like, you're a voting member of planning and zoning, so let's start with that.
Okay, planning and zoning is the board that decides the zoning restrictions and zoning changes that might occur within the city. We meet once a month. We have a workshop prior to that, so you get to go to a workshop on a Thursday night and then a meeting on a Monday night. You know, we also are the deciding body on subdivision regulations. So we will decide if a subdivision is properly laid out, and we get to approve that. The rest of it we recommend to the city council. So if there's a zoning change that's going to occur, the planning and zoning will discuss it and then vote and make a recommendation to the city council for or against, and then the city council will make the final determination.
And that's a busy committee in every city that I've ever worked with as a reporter, but especially here in Trussville where we have so much growth.
Well, and you know, some of the things that is a little compact in Trussville is the fact that we are planning and zoning. Often you will have cities that have a planning board and then a zoning board.
Right.
So that makes it somewhat a little more active. And with the growth, it certainly is, in my estimation, a really, really active, important board for the city, so we can continue to have growth, but that it's good growth.
Right, and done the right way.
Exactly.
And the other committee you serve on, the Design Review Committee, is in that same area, making sure things are done the right way. And that's such an interesting committee because it touches everything from somebody's signage outside their store to what a Cahaba project home can look like. And that's a wide range that committee covers.
It is, and the only residential area that we really get involved in is the Cahaba project, as you mentioned. And that's because of the importance of the historical nature and how really Trussville's roots just trace so deep to the Cahaba project. So we try to maintain that. We always have a representative on the design review from the Cahaba project,
Right.
from the homeowners association or somebody we try to pick. And then on the sign, we do review signs, commercial signs, for the entire city. The city has a sign ordinance that we follow and go by. But if someone wanted to have a really outrageous flame orange sign, we might say, could you do something different? Or if somebody wanted to have a purple roof on a building that just really didn't fit the nature of that commercial area, we might suggest that they do something else.
And that's really important as all of this downtown development is moving through.
Well, and you know, when you get into the downtown development, you have a whole nother set of a downtown overlay where we try to make things even more, and I'm not going to say uniform because they're not. That's not what we want. You know, we don't want to be a cookie cutter where everything's beige and brown. We want things diverse, but we do apply even a little more stringent rules on that. Off-street parking, for example. You know, we don't allow on-street, front of the building parking on new things that are going in. So.
And then finally, school board. On that, as liaison to the school board, you don't get to vote, but
Right.
so kind of explain your role there. Again, a really busy, really busy board.
School board, yes, and probably the school board itself is, in my estimation, the most important board that we have in the city of Trussville. Our growth continues because people are coming to our school system. And you have children in school, and you know how good our schools are, so we're really proud of that. But really my job is to report back to the city council on needs that the school may have, as well as report to the school board what's going on in the city so they can interact and maybe plan appropriately. Example being with all the growth that we're having, particularly out Highway 11 in the Stockton area. You know, we kind of like to fill them in on what's going on so they can plan for schools.
So I appreciate you being with us today.
Absolutely.
And telling people, I think it's important for people to know and understand how all of this works and connects.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for helping the Trussville citizens know more about what's going on.
Thanks. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. And we'll be back after this. Well, welcome back to Trussville today, and now I'm here to talk about an upcoming event for the city that's always really popular. So I'm here with Diane Poole, the Executive Director of the Trussville Area Chamber of Commerce. Diane, thanks for being here today.
Oh, thanks for having me this morning.
And I know that you're anxious to fill people in about everything coming up at City Fest this year, so give everybody the details.
Sure, the 38th annual Trussville City Fest.
That's hard to believe.
I know, it's
isn't it?
crazy. It's going to be Saturday, May 5th from 1 to 9 p.m. in historic downtown Trussville at the mall.
All right. Well, what do people have to expect this year? What can they expect, rather?
We've just got all kinds of great things this year. First of all, if you buy a $5 admission, you're going to get a complimentary coupon for a Coca-Cola product.
Oh, well, that's a great new free thing. Then.
Great value for families.
Right.
And kids 2 and under are going to be free.
Okay.
And then our headliner this year is going to be Sweet Tea Trio. Now, they were here about 3 years ago, and everybody loved them. But since then, they have performed with such groups as Kid Rock, Bon Jovi, Diamond Rio, Shenandoah, so they have really come a long way since we saw them.
Well, people will be excited to see them. What time will they start?
They're going to be at 8 o'clock on the CenturyLink stage. Okay. And right before them, we have local favorite Jackson Capps. Now, everybody knows Jackson.
And he's very popular.
He is so popular and so good. He's performed at the Grand Ole Opry. He's been with Marty Stewart. I mean, he's really, really talented.
Anybody else that you want to mention too?
Well, we've got some local performers. We've got Steel City Sound. They're a quartet, and my goodness, they are so good. We've also got Ace of Trussville going to do some of their performances. We've also got the Chris Lombardo Band. They're a Christian worship band. We've got Chloe Hamrick. She's a 10-year-old singer, and so she's really good too. So lots of good stuff.
Yeah, a little bit of something for everybody. And I know that you mentioned that the Trussville Fire Department is going to have something special out for the kids that we also wanted to talk about.
That's right. They're going to have their smokehouse there. So it's a trailer that people can go through and kind of get an idea of what they would need to do in case of a fire at their own house.
And that's a really great thing to have out there, a great educational tool, but
Sure.
something interesting for the kids to
Yeah.
participate in for sure.
Yeah.
Well, City Fest is always so much fun. I know people are looking forward to it. So thanks for joining us today and giving
Absolutely.
us an update. Again, City Fest is May 5th, so put it on your calendar.